Ever find yourself kind of lost in the crowd at like a concert or a game and think, whoa, how do they even begin to manage all these people? Like seriously, it's a delicate dance, this whole crowd control thing.
Oh, totally. It's a huge challenge, especially when you think about security and making sure everything runs smoothly.
Mhm.
You know, you don't just want a crowd, you want a well-orchestrated symphony of people.
It's like a giant puzzle, figuring out how to move people efficiently and safely. So that's what we're diving into today, the world of crowd control solutions.
And not just any solutions, right? We're talking
Yeah.
about the ones that actually work, the ones that have been tested and proven in the real world.
Exactly. And that's what led us to this Brazilian company, Controle Vip. They've been doing this for over 16 years. 16 years, that's crazy, right? And get this, they've helped manage a mind-blowing 140 million people.
Yeah, that's not a typo. 140 million. I mean, talk about experience. They've seen it all, from small gatherings to massive festivals, and they've learned what works and what doesn't.
They're like the crowd control whisperers.
Totally. But it's not just about their experience, right? They have this impressive range of solutions, wristbands, tickets, credentials, you name it. But, for me, it's their real-world success stories that really drive the point home.
Oh, absolutely. You know me, I love a good story. Give me all the juicy details.
So picture this. You're at this massive event, Expo Large, with over 20,000 people. Can you imagine the lines, the wait times? It'd be chaotic.
20,000. Oh my gosh, I would just stay home. No, but seriously, that's a logistical nightmare.
Right. So before Control Vip came in with their wristband system, the security staff were stuck spending almost 20 seconds on each person, just checking them in. Talk about a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds per person, that's an eternity when you're dealing with a crowd that size.
Exactly. But with Control Vip system, boom, down to 4 seconds per person. They just scan the wristband and bam, you're in.
Wow, that's incredible. So speed and efficiency are definitely their strong suits,
Yeah.
but it's not just about getting people through the door quickly, right?
No way. There's so much more to it. Take iFesta, for instance. They do corporate events. They needed a way to handle identification quickly, but also discreetly. Especially during those networking events where nobody wants a giant name tag screaming their title.
Yeah, you got to keep it classy.
Yeah.
I've totally been in those situations where you're trying to read someone's name badge and it's like a tiny font. Super awkward.
The worst. So Control Vip suggested they use their premium credentials and thermal labels. They blend right in, provide that extra layer of security, but without being intrusive.
Subtle but effective. Love it. And it's funny because it reminds me of those situations where you can spot a potential loophole a mile away. Like I'm sure we've all seen someone try to sneak in with an old drink ticket at a bar or a concert.
Oh, all the time. And that's exactly what Control Vip tackled at the Paris pub. They were having a real issue with people copying their drink tickets. It's dark, it's crowded, easy to get away with it.
Ugh, that's frustrating. Those losses can really add up for a business.
Tell me about it. So Control Vip designed these special anti-fraud drink tickets with unique codes, special paper and tape. You can't just photocopy them. It's genius.
Sneaky. What's fascinating is how these examples show how important speed, security, and this adaptability are to Control Vip's whole approach.
100%. And that's exactly what we'll unpack as we dig into their product range. They've got solutions for practically everything.
All right, let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the actual tools in Control Vip's arsenal. We've talked up their wristbands, especially for large events, but what makes them stand out? What's the secret sauce?
Well, for starters, they're big on this material called Tyvek. It's think super durable paper, almost fabric-like. It can handle anything, seriously, from a wild concert to a marathon, and it's still comfy to wear. Nobody wants a wristband giving them a rash, right?
Ugh, no, thank you. Comfort is key, especially at a multi-day event. And speaking of essential event gear, let's talk tickets. Those little slips of paper we rely on for everything. But with Control Vip, it's not just a basic ticket, right?
Not even close. They've upped the security game big time. We're talking tamper-proof features, special inks that are next to impossible to fake. Each ticket is like its own unique snowflake.
So no more sneaking in with a friend's old ticket stub. Bummer. But for businesses, that's got to be huge. No more worrying about counterfeit tickets eating into profits.
Exactly. It protects everyone involved, and it makes things so much smoother at the gate, too. No more arguments, no more holding up the line. Everyone's happy.
And speaking of keeping things flowing, let's talk about tokens and tickets. I'm curious, how do those fit into the bigger picture?
Those are for those classic scenarios. Think drink tokens at a festival, food vouchers, even arcade tokens, those little guys that keep the fun times rolling. It's all about making transactions fast and easy. But of course, Controle Vip adds their special touch to prevent fraud. They use holograms, special paper types that are difficult to copy.
So even if you're just grabbing a snack or a drink, you know it's legit. And it makes you appreciate those little details, right? It's like they've thought of everything.
Right. Every detail matters. And then we get to what I like to call the VIP level of identification, the credentials. These go beyond the basic name tag. They make a statement. Think high-end conferences, exclusive events, that sort of thing.
Okay, now I'm picturing those sleek badges you see at tech conferences or those fancy galas. Everyone wants one. So what makes them so special?
Customization is key here. Think company logos, event branding, even individual photos. You can create something about really eye-catching and informative that people actually want to wear. It's like a walking advertisement in a way, but way cooler.
Right. It's like, hey, I'm important, but I don't need to shout it from the rooftops. And it's practical too, right?
Absolutely. You can embed them with QR codes for easy check-in or access to information. Plus, they're great for security because they provide an immediate visual cue. You know exactly who belongs where.
So they're not just a pretty face. They've got brains too. And that seems to be the common thread with Controle Vip's whole approach. They're all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. It's not just about individual products. It's about a holistic approach to problem solving, and they have these core principles that guide everything they do.
We've talked about the what, the wristbands, the tickets, the credentials. We've even touched on the why with those real-world examples. Now let's really break down the how. What are the fundamental principles that make Controle Vip's solutions so effective?
Well, I'd say it comes down to three key things: speed, security, and customization. We've seen how speed transforms event like Expo Large, but it's bigger than just getting people through lines faster. It's about designing systems that work efficiently at every single point of contact.
So it's about that seamless, almost invisible experience you mentioned before, making sure everything just flows from start to finish.
100%. And then, of course, there's security. I mean, that goes without saying in this day and age. We've touched on their anti-fraud measures, but they're always innovating, using the latest technology to stay one step ahead of any potential problems.
So it's like having a dedicated security team constantly working behind the scenes to protect your event and your peace of mind.
You got it. And last but not least, we can't forget customization. One size fits all just doesn't cut it anymore. They get that. They work directly with their clients to create truly tailored solutions. Solutions that not only meet their needs, but also reflect their brand identity.
It's like they're not just handing you a product, they're handing you a partnership.
I love that. Okay, so let's say you're sold on Controle Vip, their approach, their products, the whole package. What's the next step? How do you actually get your hands on these awesome solutions?
Well, they've made it super easy. They deliver nationwide within Brazil, which is fantastic. And for those of us who love the instant gratification of online shopping, they have a really user-friendly online store. You can browse their products, place your order, and boom, it arrives at your doorstep.
Perfect. But what if you're not sure what you need, or you have a super specific project in mind? Well, that's where their personalized consultations come in. They're really invested in finding the perfect solution for everyone. You can reach out to them directly on WhatsApp, and their team of experts will work with you one-on-one to figure out all the details.
Like having a personal crowd control concierge. They really have thought of everything.
They really have. But as impressed as I am with their products and their approach, what really gets me thinking is the bigger picture. In a world that's becoming increasingly obsessed with security and creating these seamless, even personalized experiences, where do we go from here? What's next for Controle Vip and for the whole world of crowd control?
That's the big question, right? We've come a long way from those simple crowd barriers to these high-tech wristbands and customized credentials. It's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. And honestly, I think this is just the beginning. As technology keeps evolving, these solutions are going to become even more integrated into, well, everything. They'll be almost invisible, but working their magic behind the scenes.
Okay, now you're making my head spin. Invisible crowd control. What does that even look like?
All right, so imagine this. You're at a concert, right? And your wristband, the same one that got you in the door, can also buy you a drink, merch, maybe even connect you with other fans nearby. All with a tap.
Okay, hold up. Now that you mention it, I do not miss digging through my bag for my wallet at a crowded show. That's a game changer.
Right. And it's not just about convenience. Think bigger. Hospitals, for example. They could use these technologies to streamline patient care, improve security, even help visitors navigate those sometimes confusing hospital layouts.
Oh, man. Getting turned around in a hospital, the worst. I've definitely been lost on my way to visit a friend, ended up in the basement by accident. Not cool.
Not cool at all. But these solutions could make it a thing of the past. It's all about making those experiences smoother, safer, just better overall, whether you're at a concert, a hospital, or even just navigating a busy airport terminal.
It's like that feeling you get when you know things are running smoothly, even if there are a ton of moving parts. And for someone like me who thrives on organization, that's a beautiful thing. Well, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Controle Vip, I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Me too. They've really put a lot of thought into this, haven't they? I mean, from those innovative products we talked about to their focus on really understanding their clients' needs, it's clear they're passionate about this.
Totally. It's not just about selling a product, it's about selling a solution,
Oh, yeah.
and offering that expertise and vision for how we can use this technology to make things better.
Absolutely. So, as you go about your day, maybe take a minute to think about it. How could these types of solutions, even in a small way, improve your next event or just streamline things at your business?
It's amazing to think about the possibilities, right? How one wristband, ticket, or even a simple ID card can make such a difference. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of crowd control and identification solutions. It's been an eye-opener, for sure. And until next time, keep those minds curious and keep exploring the world around you.